Christian dating challenge. I'm gonna tell y'all about it today. One of the number one problems I've had is dating as a Christian single. But before we get into that, make sure you like the video, make sure you share the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Got some good stuff coming up. But let's get into it. Christian dating challenges. Man, dating in general can be a challenge, can be a chore, especially as a Christian. But I'm gonna talk about my personal experience for a second, and I hope that it helps you guys out as well. So for me, I'm not just pew member, I'm also in ministry. I don't just make online content, I'm also in ministry as well. So I'm like in ministry leadership. And as I've grown in ministry leadership and as a believer and walking in my calling and purpose, which I hope that you guys are as well, one of the challenges that I faced is a lot of women become unattractive. More and more women become unattractive. And that's not physically, it's not emotionally, because they can have all that. They can have the physical, they can have the emotional, be great people. But that spiritual aspect, I know they're not equally yoked with me. If I could see that and I can discern that, if you can't hang with me spiritually, and that's not in a prideful way to say, oh, I'm way up here or whatever, but I'm on my purpose. I'm walking in my purpose, walking in my assignment and my calling. Of course, there's room to grow, but I reached a certain level in my Christian walk. And for me, a woman who hasn't reached a certain level in her Christian walk is unattractive. I don't care what else you got going on. That's unattractive to me. And so it's like, man, where are the women who are on my level spiritually, who's equally yoked with me spiritually? That was my biggest problem. And I'm like, man, it's a lot of Christian women out here. It's a lot of Christian women. You'll see the churches full of Christian women, more women than men. But that doesn't mean that they're all a suitable prospect for a Christian spouse, at least where I'm going to. Because not just any Christian woman can handle any calling. Working in ministry leadership, my calling may be too much for somebody. Now the deacon, she may be able to handle a deacon. She may be able to handle the strong believer who works as a basketball coach or whatever. She may be able to handle that. But Christian leadership and serving in ministry, a man in ministry, that may be too much. And it comes with a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. So sisters, I want you to really pay attention to that. What is the person that you're interested in? What is their calling? And can you really handle what's on their life? Can you handle the amount of prayer that comes along with it? Can you handle the amount of fasting that comes along with it? Can you handle the amount of spiritual warfare that comes along with it? Because when y'all become one, y'all got to deal with that together, whatever it is. And vice versa, for Christian women as well too. You got to ask yourself this about the man that you're dating. Can he lead me and handle me and cover me in this walk, in me walking in my calling in ministry? Can he lead me? And so that becomes a big discouragement at times. Well, that has become a big discouragement at times. And you really have to be careful as well too, because who you date, they represent you. Who you're connected with, when you say, hey, I'm in a relationship with so-and-so, they represent you and you represent them as well too. So it wouldn't look right for someone to see me, and I'm talking about God, all my content is talking about God. I have a certain standard about myself. I carry myself a certain type of way. And then they go see the woman that I said I'm connected to, that I'm attracted to and entertaining. They're half naked, they're messy, they're gossiping, they're lying, they're being worldly. It's not a good look. And sisters, it's not a good look for you as well if you're doing that. You're posting godly stuff, you're modest, you have a certain standard about yourself, and the man that you're dating, they go to his page and he's not that. He's not any of that. He's talking about mess, he's talking about drama, he's talking about, worldly things, and he just doesn't look like he's equally yoked with you. That's a bad look, and it shows a weakness in you. It can reveal a weakness, especially if you're dating somebody who bleeds and tells all their business on Facebook or the different social media sites, Instagram. That's not a good look, because now they expose you. You're supposed to cover each other, but now you're dating somebody that's exposing you. That is not a good look. That doesn't look good. That will do so much damage and harm to you. So make sure that you're very careful with the person that you're dating. I had to learn that. I can't just be out here with anybody. And especially, like, I didn't fully grasp just how much people looked up to me, or how people viewed me. I didn't grasp that because I don't do it for any kind of glory from people. I didn't do it for that. I just did it because I love serving. I love serving God. That's the reason that I do what I do. But I really saw my spiritual father slash pastor gave me the opportunity to see just how much people honor and respect me and stuff. And it showed me that even more so how much it's important that I have a certain standard, not just in myself, with who I entertain, who I date, who is connected to my name, because that could kill my ministry. And if you're in ministry as well too, that could kill your ministry. If you have any kind of platform, the person that you're dating can kill your ministry if they're not right. You could be doing what you're supposed to do, but if they're not right, they're a reflection of you. And why are you attracted to that? That would be the question. Why are you attracted to somebody who's doing all this stuff? They're not equally yoked. They're on here half naked. They're disrespectful. They don't carry themselves well. Why are you attracted to that? So it's very important that you be cognizant of your image and who you entertain, because people are watching. You represent Christ at all times. So you never know who's watching and who's looking at you as the example. And you're held to a higher standard whether you like it or not. So you have to be very careful. And it's good for you as well. It's good for you when you date with a certain purpose and a certain standard. It's good for you. You will thrive. You won't have to worry about them. And especially being a man in ministry, I couldn't have someone who's jealous, who has jealousy issues, insecurities, and things like that, because there's honestly more women in church and in ministry than there are men. So I tend to interact with more women than men because there's just more of them than men. And it's platonic. I'm very open and honest and stuff like that. I don't play those type of games at all. I don't even entertain the appearance of it. But somebody that's insecure, they'll be like, oh, well, why is Sister Jones commenting? And all Sister Jones said was, hey, what book the pastor talk about in the service? That's all. But they'll be insecure. That'll become a problem. You can't date anybody that's insecure like that. Be very careful with who you entertain and date. I keep on reiterating that throughout this video. Be very careful because it's just that serious. So don't let them hinder your ministry, because you will be held accountable for that. You don't want that problem in your marriage. You don't want that to be a problem. So that's today's video, guys, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, man. Let me know if you ran into this or if you've experienced this as well. But that's today's video. Like I always say, if you have any questions or anything that you want to ask me, it don't have to be about relationships and love. It can be about ministry. It can be about faith. Send me an email at thereapysessions. That's ThereapySessions@gmail.com. That's today's video, man. We out.